This episode of Bare Questions, Not Bare Questions is sponsored by Grassaway.
Bare questions, but bare questions. But no bare questions, because it's bare questions, not bare questions. We only answer bare questions.
Hi, thanks for listening to Bare Questions, Not Bare Questions. This is the first episode, so just got in there for Q1, all about those fiscals. The way it works is you, the listener, can send in any question to us and we'll try and answer it. Emphasis on try. All you have to do is email us directly at bare, B-A-R-E, questions @gmail.com. That's bare, not bear and then bear, just B-A-R-E, questions @gmail.com, and you'll be on the show. We'll answer anything except bare questions. I cannot emphasise that enough. And not, obviously, insane things like, would you stab a baby? Because, personally, I wouldn't, 100%. Well, it depends on the situation, but it's never something I'd set out to do. What about you guys?
Generally not on my agenda, to be honest. Baby stabbing. So it's low priority at the moment.
There you go. First question answered. Baby stabbing, not unless absolutely necessary. Now, you heard the other voices there, so let me introduce the other peeps on the pod. Peeps on the pod. Firstly, I'm your host, Kit Sullivan, a.k.a. Sully. Hello. Next, Ben, a.k.a. Westo.
Hello.
And lastly, Dave, a.k.a. Flex, a.k.a. Weekender, a.k.a. Barcelona, a.k.a. Tuna.
How we doing?
So first official question has to be, why have you got so many nicknames?
Well, I mean, I'm asking that question too, to be honest. I don't know. It seems to me that you in particular, and Ben love to give me a nickname. And I can't put my finger on it.
I've got a bit of a simplified answer to that, and basically it's because you're a
Bare questions, but bare questions.
Need to make a couple of apologies before we begin. One, sorry for being really wanky and using AKA so aggressively in the first 5 minutes. And secondly, I'm deeply sorry about my voice. I'm very aware I sound like a constipated 12-year-old. But if you are a distributor of any sort of growth hormones or anything that can get me to hit that puberty sooner, that would be great if you could get in touch. And it's BARE questions @gmail.com. Hey, see how I turn that into a plug? Nice. Okay, just lastly, before we get into the meat, I've got to tell you that I couldn't find any good sounds in between questions. So I'm going to use clips from Fenton the dog, which is basically just a guy chasing his dog. So when you hear this...
Oh, Jesus Christ! Fenton!
It means we're going to the next question. If you haven't seen Fenton the dog, then stop this now. Go and look it up because it's amazing. With that said, let's begin.
Bare questions, but bare questions.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Question. What's the highest height you would jump from onto concrete for £1 million? Are we saying £1 million or $1 million? I don't know.
Let's go pounds.
Okay,
pounds.
we'll go pounds.
Let's go lira. No, because
Lira.
sometimes a million lira means nothing. A million lira means £17.
So for £1 million, would you jump from what? Hang on. What's the highest height you would jump from onto concrete from £1 million? Well, let's go up.
Well,
Okay.
Assuming there's got to be a minimum height, because I like to say from my fourth step. So I assume there's got to be it's got to be higher than a house, right? For example.
That's true. Even though there's nothing here about steps, so I don't know if it's a forward jump off of steps, because that would change the dynamic.
I'm thinking the idea is it's kind of a plummet from a high height onto concrete.
Oh, okay.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, to be fair, any height
my
that you
interpretation.
have to use the word, like what height? I guess we're trying to work out what height is the use of the word plummet acceptable, and then it's just below that, right?
Yeah. Do you reckon if you were to jump into jelly, you get stuck in it from like a high height? You'd probably go so deep, you'd just be in a jelly hell.
I'll be
drowning.
honest, if you're falling from such a height and then you're worried that you're going to land in jelly, I think that's like negating.
It depends on the jelly, because if you were jumping into a large pool of the jelly from a cooked roast chicken, as opposed to.
See, I was picturing really nice jelly then.
Exactly, but
yeah. Oh man, that's ruined that.
that'd be awesome.
I like the thought of someone jumping out of an aeroplane and then seeing everyone else parachute and then go, oh fuck, and then going, okay, back up. douche, sees that fly up, and then first thought through his mind is, I hope I don't land in jelly. If I land in jelly, I'm fucked.
Well, you'd want to land in jelly, but if it was
If I land in
if it was congealed jelly
chicken
from
roast
the chicken,
jelly,
and they're factory farm chickens as well, not even like
I can
organic
handle
jelly.
fruit jelly.
It's not even like nutritious jelly. It's factory farm chicken jelly.
We had to clarify the jelly type before you're happy to land in it. But I mean, it would slow you down at such a slow velocity. You'd probably go about 90 foot into the jelly before you even start to slow down.
Imagine
You know what I mean?
Imagine swallowing that chicken jelly.
Oh, mate.
Oh man,
Oh.
what is chicken jelly? Is it just fat, right?
No,
is it-
chicken farmers feed chickens jelly because they love it. That's one of their
That makes a
things.
lot
That's
of
what they eat.
sense.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've ever seen like a chicken give birth to an egg, but every like fifth egg is pure jelly.
If you just
Okay.
made
You
that
learn
up.
something new every day.
Getting back to the question. The question was concrete.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
highest height you would jump from onto concrete? I mean, he's saying concrete. Does he mean jelly? We're not sure. For
Also-
£1 million.
Is it hardened concrete? Because jumping
Oh.
into liquid concrete again, quite dangerous.
You're not
It
coming
would
up
break
from
your
that.
fall.
That'd be terrifying.
Imagine having that
They're
as a
trying to-
statue, getting that chiseled out, and then someone gives it to like your bereaved wife as your anniversary of your death the next year. Do you know what? Do you want to see what he looked like in his final moments? Here he is.
You would be hand soloed up, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like encased in concrete.
Like, do you
pretty
know,
special.
our mutual friend Goldie once, someone's once said, imagine falling off the Eiffel Tower. And now, what would your response be to someone saying that? What's the typical response? Imagine falling off the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be pretty bad.
Yeah.
Mine would be, I hope I don't land in chicken jelly, obviously.
His answer was, well, you wouldn't die if you had a cage around you. But what type?
I'm pretty sure you would, though, right?
But that's what we thought.
Don't
It's
think a
like,
cage is doing much.
it's like the
Yeah, what it means is you're going to die by that cage flying through your skull instead of the concrete.
It's like the atmosphere on Gladiators. You're in there with Wolf. Oh, imagine that. Imagine dying in the atmosphere off the top of the Eiffel Tower with Wolf.
But would you die because you're in there with Wolf or from the fall? Just have a fight to the death before you hit the ground.
Do you think Wolf would still be angry at that point, or do you think he'd team up with you?
Team up with you? What? To repel gravity? We can do this! 10 seconds! Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember at at a party we once had? We were all at this house party, and I was drunk and just finished my first boxing lesson, and I was claiming that if a house fell on me, I could uppercut through it because it's like only wooden floorboards, and then obviously like ceiling roof tiles. And I thought if I jumped and uppercutted at the right time of a house falling on me, I could punch through it.
I do remember this. Yeah.
So what happened was Flex called me on it and claimed that if I could punch through a house, I'd need to be able to punch through a bit of wood first. So they went and got a bit of wood, and I punched this bit of wood so hard.
Yeah, because you punched it and basically just smeared your knuckle across it as you punched it. So you just pulled all the skin off.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, bad times.
So for this million, £1 million, so assume the organizer of this debauched event is given a minimum height. So I would say like two semi-detached house worth on top of each other.
Oh,
What's that like?
That's big.
That's like 4 stories.
So what
Yeah.
what
Low
are we talking
ceiling.
feet-wise? I'm having trouble picturing it. What are we talking foot-wise?
And what's the house? 30 foot. So
So
I mean,
two
if
of them.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to shatter everything, aren't
That
you?
is-
Oh,
Don't-
mate, you are ending your legs.
you basically traded £1 million for not having legs.
Yeah, you're going to have chicken jelly legs by the end of that, mate.
But I mean, but anything less than that, you wouldn't deserve £1 million, would you?
But
Yeah.
I guess, actually, you got to think, you don't just take into consideration the damage you're going to receive. You should take into consideration damage you're going to receive against what can I use the £1 million to reinforce my legs afterwards. So it's like
true.
bionic legs for $1 million, but I'll take the 60 feet all day. Don't worry about that. If not, like if I want some splints or some really high grade crutches, 9 foot.
9 foot. 9 foot. Oh, that's like another that's another half of me. It's nothing. It's like
jumping down off a chair.
Yeah, plummeting though. Let's not forget about the plummeting.
Well, I think you're allowed to land on your feet,
9
right?
foot.
No, you have to land on your face.
I'm embarrassed for you. 9 foot.
If you did 9 foot, you'd have to really ham it up when you landed.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
If you jumped head first for 9 foot, that would be.
I'd take 9 foot as my base. And then I'm stepping it up with $1 million. All right, so then the £1 million comes into play because you don't want to spend all of your £1 million as well.
It's like who wants to be a millionaire. You get different monies for different heights.
Exactly.
You've done the 9 foot.
Yeah.
You've got 20 grand.
I'd like that.
Chris Tarrant there. Chris Tarrant said you got 20 grand. Now go get 18 foot for the sort of.
Tarrant goes. What? He goes nil, and then Tarrant goes. You've got 20 grand. You could go for 50. We are going to take your ankles, though.
What a show that would be. Just every single question. No, there's no questions. It's just of higher diving boards onto concrete. So you start off with a little £100. It's just a little step. Fine. Straight in there. Then was it 5,000? Getting up to like 10 metre diving board. I reckon that's a winner. We need to say that to the den.
So who would actually do this?
I'd like to see. Oh, that's a really good question. Oh,
I think you need 3 people of very different physical statures.
Yeah.
For the kind of
I'd like to see
make good TV.
Queen Elizabeth.
Sorry, did you say Queen Elizabeth?
Yes.
She's not known for a game show TV participation, is she really?
But imagine,
she doesn't do enough game show
TV. Imagine the viewing figures. Here's the Queen off the 10 metre board onto concrete.
I mean, I'd watch it.
Oh, that's the monarch getting scraped off of the bottom of the pool there. Well, let's just finish on then. Okay, just off the top of your head, you've got Westo, 60 feet, me, 9 feet, and Flex, what are you saying?
I'd go for the top of an Olympic diving board, which is still pretty high.
That's 10 metres.
10 metres, yeah.
Mate, that's 33
That's a long way, isn't it?
It's 33 foot, I think.
It's going to cause some damage, but I'm going to take it. I'm going to take a little bit of damage.
Your tibia and fibula are popping out, and maybe your femur.
That's true, but
you might shatter your femur.
I got £1 million, so who needs legs?
Question: would you rather be a cowboy or a cow? See, I've got a question about the question. Mm-hmm. Cowboy or a cow? Now, is that am I either a cow, a normal cow, or am I a cowboy, which is like a boy cow? Do you know what I mean? So I'm a boy, but I am a cow at the same time.
I'm thinking like the actual meme of a human cowboy.
A cow,
or cowgirl.
Cowboy.
Well, obviously. I really like cows, and I think being a cowboy would be quite stressful.
Agreed, but being a cow, I mean, the cons of being a cow, you get eaten. Yeah, you get pushed over while you're asleep. That's not fun.
Definitely happens.
Your benefits: your poo is explosive. Awesome.
Also, as a cow, you can't really walk downstairs. But a cowboy, I mean, for one, I wouldn't like to be a cowboy because I don't really understand horses, and that's your main mode of transport.
Nah, I got bitten by a Shetland pony when I was a kid. I went to give it a mint, and it bit me on the arm. So ever since then, just don't trust them. Too big. their chins are way too big. It's like they're the Tom Platts of the farm.
An animal which you've got to put a seat on. It's ridiculous. As a cowboy, you're having to constantly get in bar fights. There's always dust. I don't like dust. I can't watch cowboy films because I'm stressed out by the amount of dust. Yeah.
Benefits though, you get to wear cool clothes. You
I
get
don't know
to
if they
carry
are
a
cool.
gun. Oh, come on. No wizards, no cowboys. What did you dress up as during Halloween? Like your dad?
I did once put my dad's
No
clothes
fantasy
on.
allowed.
Cows are great. Like cows are good animals. They're a good family unit. They have close friends. They're vegan, albeit they put out a lot of bad stuff into the earth. They, admittedly, you might be milked. Do they want to be milked?
Yeah, they do.
I reckon they love it.
It hurts them if they don't get milked.
Yeah. I mean, it must be a relief, right?
Yeah. If you had sort of 4 gallons of milk in you right now, you'd want
The thing is, like,
you'd want it to be pulled out of you, wouldn't you?
you would. And that's got to be a relief, right? But I'm thinking, if you being a cowboy or a cow, if you were a cowboy and you weren't into it, you'd be like, yeah, this ain't for me. And you could just walk away, right? It's essentially just take off the jacket, move, go somewhere else. But if you're a cow and you're not into it, you're a bit stuck, aren't you? Because what else are you going to do? You're a cow.
Become a horse.
Hang on. What? You're a cowboy and you take off a jacket and move?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, like, if you stop being a cowboy doesn't take much, does it? Whereas to stop being a cow, you got some challenges.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I don't think it was like much of an option, was it? It was like, well, you're either a cowboy or you do nothing.
I think you've manipulated the question to suit to form an answer, which is not in the. Are you gonna be? You have to be a cowboy or a cow, Lex. You can't be twisting the question here. What are you gonna be?
Well, I'd go cowboy because I'd be like, right, if I don't like this, again, I just take the jacket off.
No, you don't.
And
Stop.
I'm back to normal.
You're not back in the office. Okay, you're not an accountant now. You've got to remain as a cowboy, which means a risk of getting shot and getting a bar still around your head.
Yeah. Well, I'm still picking cowboy because I don't like grass.
I mean,
I'm not vegan.
but you'd be a cow, so you'd like grass.
Would I though? Would I be ever knowledgeable of what it's like to be a human? Or I'm just reincarnated as a cow, or have I got human memory in a cow's body?
I would love if you were reincarnated as a cow.
I'll be honest. I wouldn't enjoy it.
What about if you was a cow? What about if you was a cow
else.
in India being worshipped?
Yeah, but it's still, I'm a cow. Like, do you know what I mean?
What about, because you like your Tekken cities and stuff, what about if you was a cow living in Delhi and you were like the cow that people worship most?
But what would I do? I haven't got any thumbs for a start, so it's pretty limiting.
Just trying to play your PlayStation with your hooves.
Yeah, exactly. And there's other things as well I'd probably miss.
Like what? As a cowboy, in comparison to a cowboy.
Well, again, as a cowboy, I can just go, do you know what, I'm going to take a day off and just go back to my normal life. Whereas if I'm a cow, no thumbs, getting worshipped in India or something.
So, what magical things do you think a cow with thumbs is going to do?
Tons. Imagine a cow with thumbs, that'd be amazing.
Well,
what's he going to do?
They can milk each other.
A cow.
They can relieve each other, for starters.
Yeah, but with one hand. So you standing standing next to other cows, just wanking them off.
Why is that?
I don't know where
that wasn't what we're stipulating at all. That's a whole other story.
Yeah. Where would the thumb go though, I guess? Would it be on the end of the hoof or would it be like under the chin or something?
Out the eyelid.
That'd be frightening under the chin.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it? Where its bell normally goes. Where's your bell gone? Oh, I've got his things, his thumbs. What's that? What's that do? I can sort of like pick things up now.
You see a cow, it just gives you a thumbs up. have his double thumbs up out his chin. You're not going to forget that, are you?
While you're milking him, he just looked around at you. Double thumbs up.
Good milking. That's real good
you're
milking. I feel relieved.
Milking a cow, just looks back at you, Double thumbs up.
Okay, if you
Would you really? What would you drink the milk of a double-thumbed cow?
No. Okay, if you were a cow and you had your own milk brand, what would you call your milk brand?
Double thumbs up. Just a picture of two thumbs.
This milk gives you thumbs.
Yeah. But hang on, why would you not want to drink the milk of a double-thumbed cow? It can't have opposable thumbs for you to enjoy its milk.
Well, it would look a bit deformed, wouldn't it, as a cow?
It would, but
From all the steroids it's
know.
had to grow its thumbs.
yeah, true.
I'd call mine thick white business.
Yeah.
I'm never buying that
I mean-
product.
But imagine that you're just perusing or in the dairy aisle, looking at all the other milks, and then right in the middle of it, white label, black writing, thick white business, and it's just got an inch head on it.
Do you want to imagine in a coffee shop? Do you want almond milk, soy milk, or thick white business?
Yeah, it's the only milk that opens like a can of tennis balls.
And it's poured in one of those cans. It's just in
Yeah,
a long sheaf-like can. Wow.
More things need to be in those cans. They are the most satisfying thing to open.
Yeah, that's true. Like, you get peanuts in them, can't you?
Can you?
Yeah. It's a great sound, in fact, isn't it?
It is lovely.
beautiful.
What
So
else?
satisfying.
What else could go in those cans that isn't
Anything.
Kraut
I was just thinking, you could put anything in there.
then? Yeah, you could, couldn't you?
Just, oh, I want a banana. 2 seconds. Here we go.
Now for a word from our sponsors. Let me just get this. Hey, are you tired of people stepping on your property? Us too. But not to worry, because Grassway has you covered. Grassway is an outdoor security firm who look after you and your property at the low price of just $60 a month. With this subscription, you receive our state-of-the-art Grassway technology, which inserts sound pads into your lawn and will give any pesky intruder a fright they won't forget. Sounds include man screaming, lady screaming, baby screaming, gunshots, or even Ed 209 from RoboCop.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
Sounds great, right? Well, just wait, as now you can sign up to the Grassway Platinum package. Platinum, yeah, that's good. Where we provide one of our highly skilled Grassway guards in your garden, disguised as either a rockery, water fountain, or giant novelty gnome. They will run shouting at any potential threats to you or your property. Weapons not included. So sign up today at grassaway.com. Grassaway is a subsidiary of the Leave Now or Die group and does not take responsibility for any damage done to you, your lawn, or your loved ones. Guaranteed protection, not a guarantee.
Benton! Oh, Jesus Christ! Benton!
Would you... Hang on, I've got to read the English on this. Would be rather shoot spaghetti out of your fingers or meatballs out of your mouth?
Wow. I mean, both are useful, to be fair. Yeah.
Like having meatballs at your mouth, would it come up like when a cat has a fur ball?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, if you get a cold, you just constantly coughing up meatballs in public. Just like, and then you just someone looks at your handkerchief while you open it up and there's a fucking meatball sitting in it. And also, can you shoot out hardened spaghetti so you can potentially weaponise them? Do you know what I mean?
Spaghetti is very
useful.
fragile.
Yeah, but it could
Yeah,
blind easily, I reckon. Like a hard spaghetti to the eyeball. Just like super sharp, aggressively.
It'd be good for scratching your back.
Yeah, and you could check any warmth of water. It was like, oh, is my bath done? Don't know. Let me check my spaghetti out my fingers. Oh, it's all right.
No,
and my
it's-
hands dry. Handy.
It's al dente. The bath's al dente.
Yeah.
But the meatballs out the mouth. Can you not just chew them down and swallow? But he's just getting at any point.
Yeah, the question
free meatballs.
The question could be more specific here, because is this for weaponizing or is it for just general everyday
good
use?
question.
Yeah.
Or is it that each meatball you're coughing up is actually a part of your flesh? So like you cough up a bit and then you notice your elbow's missing or whatever.
Yeah, that's...
I'm disappointed by this question in hindsight. It could have been better thought out. It's a lazy question.
Okay, so the answer to that is lazy question.
Yeah, lazy question. We should have a rule. Lazy questions, we don't answer.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Benton!
If you want your questions answered, please email barequestions@gmail.com. Just for God's sake, don't listen to the answers, 'cause we are complete and utter sandwiches. But if you want your questions answered, please email barequestions@gmail.com.
Question: should there be terms and conditions in order to grow a goatee?
Yes.
What does that even mean?
In
what
short,
does that
yes.
mean?
There should be, for sure.
There should be.
As in what?
Well, I mean, goatees. Oh, like, what's that? Oh, it's a ring of hair around my mouth.
Yeah.
It's
You
such,
should
it's
need
such
a license.
It's such a statement.
I mean, only very few select people can pull it off properly. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
I love that a look was stolen from a goat. One day, someone was standing there and in their yard sipping a nice chilled glass of
What?
white business, and just looking
think
out.
what business.
And thick white business, and they're looking out, seeing the goat, and the goat just turns around and he just goes, "Yes." Goes back in the house. Martha, bring me my blades, and then shaves and creates the goatee. And
Is that where it comes from, though? Is that the
Yeah, that's the
origin of
exact. That's verbatim, mate. Yeah.
word? The facial hair of a goat. That is literally the goatee definition.
Yeah.
But goats,
Well, why else?
goats don't look like they have. There's nothing synonymous there with what a goatee looks like and what a goat looks like, or the hair of a goat. So I'm not.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, because goats have the wispy beard bit, and then they've got the
Exactly.
moustachy wispy bit as well,
A
haven't they?
wispy beard bit, not something that is well controlled.
But an official goatee is wisples, where a non-shaved goatee is like a trendy. It's the evolution of the goatee, right? It shouldn't be called a goatee anymore. If anything, it should be called like, I don't know, like a
hair ring.
Yeah, a herring, a throaty, whatever.
Throaty. But you never saw George Michael and thought that guy has the face of a goat. Do you know what I mean?
No, he didn't. He had a
It's
very
not the
handsome
association
face.
you'd make.
Faster love. I mean,
He's probably the king of goatee as well.
yeah, but see what's interesting about George Michael is I never looked at him and thought goatee, but many people got a goatee. That's all you can focus on is the goatee because it's such a powerful statement. I mean,
It's true.
what percentage of population have a goatee? It's got to be less than 1%.
Of the male population.
Well, of all population, but if we focus on those that are more genetically able, typically able,
Yeah.
archetypically able to grow
That's right.
a beard.
This is 2020 after all.
Just to say an official goatee, is that clean shaven all the way around, apart from the ring of hair around the lip, underneath the chin, and then clean shaven underneath the neck as well?
I'm gonna look it up right now. Goatee.
I would say so.
A small, usually pointed beard growing only on the chin, not the cheeks.
Ah.
Only on the chin? What about the lips?
Growing
You can grow hair on your lips. just to let the listeners know as well, Flex
Wait,
is technically a shaved monkey. Like I remember you said that if you let
hairy lips.
You said if you let your hair grow, then the only bit you wouldn't have it was the rings around your eyes.
I'm looking up the definition of goatee, and it says about the third thing it says on the page. Goatee. He was disguised with a fake goatee, and his hair and moustache were painted in black. So I think there should be terms and conditions for a goatee.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like having a gun license.
Yeah, so here's some of them. You're not allowed to do it unless you can properly grow the bit down the side of the mouth.
Yes.
You know, you don't want to just have tash.
yeah. So it
and
has to
chinny
be.
bit.
Someone has to check the full connection of hair around the ring.
Yeah. It's like a train.
Yeah, it has to be an uninterrupted circle of hair.
Okay.
Otherwise, stop it.
That's a gorgeous
Agreed.
definition. That's the real definition, Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. What else? Colour. We can stipulate colour. Blonde
What?
goatee.
Well, as in, has to dye it.
Well, are we saying dark only?
That's interesting because light goatees,
Racist.
but white goatees look amazing. But when
that's true.
But when they're sort of that light tan color, it's like is that a
That's so
goatee
good.
or is that dirt?
Is there a minimum age as well? Because if you try and grow a goatee at like 17, nah,
You had sideburns when you were 10.
that's true.
You had massive sideburns when you were 10. I turned up to senior school. That's when I met Flex, and I was like, "That is a man, not a." Like your voice was like deeper than it was like a young Barry White, and you had massive sideburns that were like they were like fish fingers on the side of your face.
Yeah.
I remember once we were walking along, and it was during the summer. Flex is wearing shorts, and we were walking along, walking next to each other. I'm wearing tracksuit bottoms. He's got shorts on. Our legs brushed against one another, completely accidental. There was no intent there. And his leg hair was so thick and coarse, it cut my leg through my tracks. That's not even a word of a lie. It poked through my tracksuit bottoms and cut my leg. It wasn't a deep gash, but it was definitely blood drawn.
It was notable.
It was notable.
Well,
And it
noticeable.
reminded me, the hair, you've got the sort of hair. Have you ever seen the film The Fly?
No, I don't watch horror either. By the way,
Yeah.
You know when Jeff Goldblum finds the fly hairs on his back and he has to cut them with like proper, not pliers, but whatever they're called, I can't remember. Like proper clippers.
scissors.
Yeah.
That's what
Thanks
your
for
hair's
that.
like, mate.
Yeah, that's a real nice description.
That's what
Thanks
your
for
leg
that.
hair's like.
It's pretty robust.
It's like
I'll give you
the
that.
hair of a camel, basically. You're describing the hair of a camel. I think more like sort of thick straw.
Yeah. You got like
The thing is-
bristle armour.
But the thing is, having sideburns, not the best look in the world, I admit, but it does age you. And when you're younger, that's handy.
It
'cause
is.
then you can buy alcohol.
Yeah, you
from,
did.
from a shop.
You did. You bought
So-
all our alcohol because me and Sully looked
Exactly.
like even when we were 16, we looked like we were 12.
But I don't know what the people thought when they saw me. Like, why has this guy got like just sideburns and no other facial hair? Like, is that a choice? And then I was so confused they forgot to ID me.
And also,
Hang on, what? Hang on, what? You
and
didn't
also-
have any.
Also, why is he
you
wearing
didn't have
all
any
white?
hair or eyebrows.
No,
or what? You just had
facial hair.
sideburns and just eyes.
No, yeah. So I still had eyebrows, but I couldn't grow any hair anywhere else.
But you didn't have any
So-
eyelashes.
I had eyelashes and eyebrows.
Eyes. No, it's mouth and sideburns. Da-da-da.
The thing is, though, is that as much as the sideburn and the goatee are, hated, together, I think they form something quite special.
Can you have sideburns and a goatee? Does that happen?
Of course you can. With the gap, that's the ultimate look, isn't it?
So you just shave a tiny bit of cheek.
Yeah.
So you have the burn, gap, goatee.
Burn, gap, goatee, gap, burn.
Yeah. Unique look. Could work.
So back to terms and conditions. So do we need an age? I feel like goatees should be rewarded merit for accomplishment of some sort of something.
Yeah.
It's like
That would be a fantastic way to do it.
you don't get an MBE, you get a goatee.
Yeah.
You-
Yeah.
you-
This is so the Queen comes out. There's Queen Elizabeth. Just start, and in the background you hear, she's just started up the clippers now. She's giving Benedict Cumberbatch
Oh, she's
a goatee. That's fantastic.
just gone for the cheeks. There's the just the Queen giving a wet shave.
And
I
she's
do
giving
think
Brian Blessed, and she's leaving one of the burns for him. Next year he might earn the other burn.
Imagine if you was an introvert living with Brian Blessed. That would be
Too much.
be
Too
like
much.
it'd be like a horror film for you, wouldn't it?
Imagine listening to Brian Blessed take a shit.
yeah, he's gonna be shouting the house down. I don't know if it would make you less. You'd have to up your game if you live with him as an introvert just to be heard. You become like a shouting idiot. You go out in public.
You've become need a lot of psychological treatment.
True. I wouldn't want to go in the toilet after Brian Blessed either, because I can't imagine that's pretty.
I think he has a rich diet, doesn't he? Just sort of, just has a jus on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
he's
a
the kind of
dense
guy.
jus.
It wouldn't be quick either, would it? He'd be in there a while, and you know stuff's gone down. There'd be a lot of flushing, and
A lot of poetry read.
yeah.
No, I don't think he's a flusher like a
Just
a
leaves
multiple
it.
flusher guy. I think no,
Leaves
yeah.
it.
I think that
I think he's a leaves it type of guy.
I think he's an artist, and yeah, I don't think he'd flush during at all. No way.
No.
No. He'd turn around and appreciate, at the very least.
Depends though, because like I think he's a large gentleman, and on a UK-sized toilet, he needs a midway flush.
Oh, he's definitely got a custom seat.
Hold on.
Yeah.
UK-sized toilet. UK-sized toilet. Are there different types of toilet?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I know there are.
I know
there's ones on the floor and
Yeah.
stuff. Do America have bigger toilets, do they?
They definitely do. That's one thing I've noticed. They got a big pan with high velocity flush. They know what they're doing. They've learned the lesson. Whereas we've got the old school, like heritage toilet.
Victorian
It's just
Victorian plumbing.
like gentle little trickle of water. Ain't cutting it with modern diet.
Yeah, we could send you around the world touring different toilets. You could eat a conventional meal each time, so you have like a dense meal 3 times a day, and then your regular time, and then see what happens.
I mean, it's a segment. I think we're onto a winner there.
Let's try and get a sponsor.
I think I'm going to be in contact with Thick White Business. See if they can get back to us.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, that's it, guys. We did it. First episode in the bag. Probably the last one as well, after all that load of chutney. Thanks very much for listening. Tune in next week and make sure you get those emails in to barequestions@gmail.com. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Bear questions, but bear questions. But no bear questions. Cause it's bear questions, not bear questions. We only answer bear questions.
This episode of Bear Questions was brought to you by me, Big Trevor's Dairy Farms, the only farm where the animal milks themselves. So do yourself a favor and pick up a can and have a nice smooth gulp of my thick white business.